Hello all you Conan Exile fans out there, it's Granny Gamester back with another beginner's guide to Conan Exiles. Now I am playing on the PlayStation 4 single player. And in this guide we're going to talk about shields. Yeah, shields are pretty controversial in Conan Exiles. A lot of players don't find any use for them. But my fighting style, I do. I like them very much. I like one-hand weapons and I like using that with a shield for protection. Yeah. So I am at this little place up north and it is called Mammoth Rider's Shanty. And the enemy is a little bit stronger here, so I chose this place for that reason. And also there are two fighters over there. Well, actually one is a fighter and one is an archer, so we'll be able to demonstrate what shields do for you very well here. But first, let me show you how to use this. Now for PlayStation 4 players and with those controllers, to equip it, you want to go into your radio here and equip this. And oops, my throat's dry. All right, so we're actually gonna eat something. And then you want to hit your L2 to bring the shield up in front of you. And this will protect you from any projectiles, either from enemy blows or animal bites or from poison being spit at you, from lizards to spiders to whatever. As long as you have this shield in front of you, you will be protected, which is wonderful and why I like to use them. So let me equip my axe and I'll show you how this works. Now I use two different styles of attacking. Now I use the light attack. I'll do 3 light attacks with my R1 and then I will follow up with a R2 for the shield. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, and then follow up with the shield. And that shield smash right there will usually knock an enemy right on their tush. Yeah, some of the heavier ones, it's really good for that. The most beneficial one is the heavy attack. So with a heavy attack, you want to use all your strikes with the R2. So you go 1, 2, 1, 2, and as you can see there, she did a 3 there, the combo. So for each blow you want to press your R2. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I can just keep right on going. But of course you can see that uses stamina, and as long as I have my shield up, that stamina bar will fill up pretty slowly. Let's do some more attacks to use it. And then I will drop my shield and you see how much quicker that builds up. Yeah. So if you are running out of stamina, drop your shield at an opportune moment and your status bar will fill up much quicker that way. So let's aggro these guys and let's see what we can do with them here. I would love to just get the archer without the fighter, but that doesn't normally happen. But as you can see, as long as I have my shield up, I am protected from his arrows. And here comes the fighter. She's going to hit me, and as you can see, her attack on me doesn't hurt me at all. So I'm going to go ahead and use my heavy attack on her. And I've knocked her down. So I'm not going to give her an opportunity to come back at me. And there you go. I took very little damage there. She was a little, she caused me some bleed, which I didn't really like. But here's the archer. Now I'm going to use the light attacks with this guy. 1, 2, 3. And then we just knock him out. Yeah. With the heavy attack finish. Yeah. It works really, really well. I like that. And I would like to mention that in the last one here with this little fighter, I did not lock on to her. So I would have had a better time had I locked on to her. So I advise you do that when you're fighting, that you lock on to them. Now we do have a wolf over here. So let's see if we can... He likes to go over and get his buddies. All right, so I locked on to him. So you can see as long as I have my shield up, his bites do not hurt me. So we're going to do the 3 light attacks and then finish with the heavy attack. So 3 R1s, 1, 2, 3, and 1 R2. And it knocks him right back. 1, 2, 3. And the shield hits him. And just like that. Yeah, he's down. So the shield used in that manner is really, really helpful, especially against really strong enemies. It protects you from their attack. Plus, you have the chance to knock them on their feet. And if you get right back on them before they can even get up, or as soon as they get up, you can take them out pretty easy. Yeah. So, all right, now that we know how they work, let's go talk about my faves and what these shields can do for you. So, I will meet you back at base. Okay, so here we are back at base, and we're going to talk about where to get shields and how to get them. And shields come in low, medium, and high grades, and then there are the legendary shields. So to start off, when you first start the game, you are going to go into your feats, and you will notice if you scroll over to warrior and then scroll down, you will have defender at level 5, and this is where you will be able to make a wooden shield, bone shield, and shell shield. Now the wooden shield has a health damage of 12. The bone shield is also 12, and the shell shield is a little better. I always start out with the wooden shield because it only takes wood and twine to make. The bone shield takes bones, and in order to get bones, you need to kill a few animals. So it's always best to have a shield, no matter what it is, to start out with so you can get the bones. So that's usually the way I start. The shell shield, on the other hand, you have to make at the armorer's bench. And to make that, and it is right here, you need the shellback hatchling shell to make this, and you need 3 of them. Now those are not an easy drop from the shellback. So I don't usually bother with this one. By the time I get around to getting those hatchling shells, I already can make the next level of shield, so I don't bother with that. The bone shield can really take care of all your needs at that low level. So the next is medium. Well, no, I take that back. There is one more, and this is the low level wooden targe. Now this has a health damage of 16, so it is a little better. This takes 16 wood though and 12 iron bar to make. So you do need to be able to make the iron bars at this point in order to make the wooden targe. I have never done that, to be honest with you. I usually stick with the bone shield until I get further along. But the wooden targe also has a durability of 1,000 and an armor pen of 13.5, which is actually pretty good. So the next level is the medium. And with the medium grade shields, you will start with the iron targe. Now this, it takes wood and iron bar to make as well. And that has a durability of 3,000 and an armor pen of 12.15, and it has a damage of 18. It's a pretty good shield for your next level. And along with that, if we look into our feats, scroll over here and scroll down. We can make the carapace shield, which is the one I will usually do. Now this has a health damage of 20, and it's a little less durable. It has 1,500 in durability versus the 3,000 of the iron targe, but I just like the looks of this one. So I will usually go for this one, and it's a couple more points in health damage, so I'll do that at this point. Then there is the high level. Now, the best high level that I like, and you can do this at level 32, by the way, is not the steel heater shield. It's good. It has a health damage of 24, and it's pretty nice looking. But I will go for the ancient shield, which is down here. Now, the ancient shield has a health damage of 37, which is pretty good. It also has a durability of 4,375 and an armor pen of 13.5. And you also make this in the armorer's bench, which is right here. And that takes 4 shaped wood and 24 steel bar. So you need to be able to make steel bar at this point, or you can find enough steel bar in chest in Superma Road to make this pretty early. Yeah, that's an easy way to get it. So I do have this one in my inventory. So we are going to drop this one, and I'm going to put this one on so we can take a look at this. Whoops, so let me turn around here so we can see this. Now, as you can see, this has a cobra in the middle, which is very cool, I think. And then it has two snakes that wrap up around on either side. So very nice looking shield, especially if you have black armor, something that's a little severe looking. Yeah, this kind of adds to it. Yeah, one of my faves. And then from there, you go to your epic. So let's get back into this. And as you can see, we have the Star Metal Shield for epic, and we also have the Acheronian Shield for epic. Now the Acheronian deals a health damage of 37, and the Star Metal does 39 damage. So the Star Metal Shield is a little bit better. The difference between these and the medium, or the regular high grade shields, is that the epic shields need to be made on the improved armorer's bench. And to do that, you need to go to armorer and then scroll down to master armorer, and that will give you the improved armorer's bench to make these. So I have one set up right here. So as we can scroll over and scroll down, you will see that in order to make the Star Metal, I need to also make the shield frame, which you can only make at the improved armorer's bench as well. And that takes 3 insulated wood and 3 twine. And then it also takes 22 Star Metal bars to make. Yeah, pretty pricey to make. And then the Acheronian Shield takes hardened steel bar and alchemical base to make. So you also need to be able to have, well, this is for the legendary weapons though, but those are, well, let me show you what the Star Metal Shield looks like first before we go on to legendary. So we take a look at this. As soon as it fully renders in here, this is a really, really pretty shield. It has the nice glowing Star Metal right in the middle of it. And again, with either a blue armor or a black armor, this looks really, really attractive. I like it a lot. It's very nice. But I have to be honest, I never make these because by the time I can make these at level 60, the epics are at level 60, I have already gotten better shields in the legendary chest. So we're going to talk about those next. Yeah, legendary shields are like the best you can get. So these are usually, they all mostly all have a health damage of 45, which is great. And they are all equipped with shield smash as well as most of the other shields in the game. They have 15,000 durability, most of them. My faves don't happen to have that much, but they also need a legendary weapon repair kit to repair. Yeah, so to make those, you need to go to your tinkerer's bench. So open up your tinkerer's bench, and in the beginning, you're not going to be able to make this. This is not going to be here, the legendary weapon repair kit. In order to make these, you have to have a special named armorer who is a tempersmith. And you can tell you have the right one when you see that little blue hammer up in the left-hand corner of his icon right here. Yeah, this one happens to be called Anora Steelfingers. I got them in the Supermaru village, and you just need to wait around until he shows up, hit him with your blunt arrows, and you have him, and he can make these for you. But in order to make these, as you can see, I need a master weapon repair kit. So to make that, you need to go into your feats, you need to go under survival, you need to scroll all the way to the bottom, and you have to be a master tinker at level 48 in order to make the master weapon repair kit. Yeah. So it actually all follows in progression in this game, just like the armor and the weapons as well. So once you can do that, you're golden. Yeah, you can repair any weapon or shield with those. You can also get them as drops in the unnamed city from some of the bosses in there. So if you want to farm those from there, that's perfectly fine too. I think it's much easier to do this because actually the Tempersmith shows up fairly often in Supermaru, so he's not that hard to get. So let's move on to legendaries, my favorites. Now, my first favorite is called Akbatanen Shield, and we have that right here, and it's the one I started out with. And this shield is really, really pretty. And I hate to admit it, but it's usually the only reason I have this. It goes really nicely with this armor. It has a health damage of 45, which is great. It has armor pen of 14.18. It has a weight of 2.10. Other than that, it has no special abilities to go with it. Of course, it has the shield bash. And by the way, shield bash allows you to attack enemy shields without being staggered. Yeah, your shield can attack their shield without being staggered. And that's really, really helpful when you're up there where the Sumerians are, and most of them have shields. Yeah, very, very nice for that. So that is the Akbatan shield. I have a hard time with these names. Then the next one that I really like, and let's take this one off, is Mistorn. So if you find this in a chest, by all means, keep this little beauty. So we're going to put this on. Now this is a pretty severe looking shield, but it is very cool. If you have a really, really scary, harsh armor on, this goes really nice with it. It's got the nice little skull there with the bones. Now the beauty about this shield is that it gives you extra protection from heat. Yeah. It has a damage of 45, an armor pen of 14.18. And its durability is 7,500. So it's half what they normally are. Or actually, yeah, about half. But if I check, let's go ahead and look at my stats here. You can see right now, before I have this equipped, I have 4 bars in heat resistance. So now we're going to equip this shield. And we're going to go back and look at our stats again. And look at that. Yeah. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 8 now. I think that's 8. Those are really hard for me to count in that. I don't know why, but they just are. But I do believe that is 8. It's not maxed out. But this is very, very nice to have when you're going into the volcano. Whether you use shields or not, if you used one-hand weapons, go ahead and take this with you and just carry it like this, and it will protect you from the heat if you don't have the armor to protect yourself at that point. Very, very nice for that. Then there is the soul spell, which is very much like this. So if we go ahead and check our stats for this one, you can see that my cold resistance is 7. So if we go ahead and equip the soul spell and go back and look at our stats, you can see my cold resistance now is maxed out. Yeah. So I can go up north with this equipped, and it will help me protect me against the cold. Very nice, especially if you use one-hand weapons. This also has the same damage. It's 45. It has a durability of 7,500 as well, and an armor pen of 14.18. So that's why I like these two shields, because they do protect you from the elements. Now the next one that I like is the Shield of Conan. Now this shield, whoops, no, get out, come entirely there, Granny. You didn't. Okay, we're just going to take this off, plop this one on, and there we go. So you can take a look at this one. It's a small shield, but I kind of like the looks of it. It goes well with some of the armor. Now this shield is supposed to increase the armor value when equipped. This has a damage of 45 and an armor pen of 14.1A and a durability of 7,500. But I think this is glitched at this point in the game. Hopefully they will fix that, because at one point it did work, but it does not now. So this shield, if you can check my stats, in my defense under armor, and it's supposed to increase my armor value, my damage reduction is 47%. So if I equip this and go ahead and look at that again, you can see it hasn't changed at all. So I don't think this works. And also, if I look at my armor value, it's 228. If I take this off, it's still 228. So at this point, I don't think that works. But it is a very strong shield. I do like it, and I do use it. And it pops up pretty often in the chest. So yeah, guys, don't be afraid to check out the legendary chest shields. Some of them are really, really nice. And look at their value and their damage that they do. And if you use shields, by all means, use the soul spell and the Mistorn for temperature advantage. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, if you found this helpful, please give me that big old like. And if you would like to see more, just subscribe. And if you hit that little bell, you'll be notified when I post my next video. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, GG out.